The world feels particularly dark and chaotic this Christmas. Perhaps the reason lots of us like to hold on to Christmas traditions is that they give us a comforting sense of order, of continuity and structure. One tradition which deeply puzzles the younger members of my family is that I still buy the Christmas Radio Times, going through it methodically, marking programmes and films I'd like to watch. As usual, there are plenty of repeats and old films to give me that comfortable, nostalgic feeling. This year, one of my favourite films is scheduled for Christmas Day. It tells of a mysterious figure from another realm who comes down to Earth and moves in with some people who are overwhelmed and unable to help themselves. The Banks family are in a mess. The children are unhappy and neglected, and the nursery is in chaos. And then, blown in on the east wind, a mysterious figure descends from above. A figure who will put all to rights. It is, of course, Mary Poppins, practically perfect in every way. Mary proceeds to sort out the household, putting all to rights, tidying the nursery with a snap of her fingers and introducing the children to wonderful adventures. However, the Banks children don't get much affection, let alone love, from their nanny. And she's not reliable. One day she opens her umbrella and is carried away on the west wind. It's a great Christmas film. Am I stretching things too far to see echoes of the prologue to John's Gospel in this rather dated Disney musical? Well, of course I am. But the longing for the arrival of a figure who can bring order out of our chaos runs deep. In today's reading, with its opening words, "In the beginning," John takes us back to the very first words in the Bible, in the book of Genesis, reminding us that the Word did indeed bring order out of darkness and chaos. So who better then to sort out the mess that humans have made of creation? And just as Mary Poppins moved in with the Banks family at 17 Cherry Tree Lane, so the Word came to live among us in a particular time and a particular place. As the Message translation puts it, the Word became flesh and blood and moved into the neighbourhood. Flesh and blood, the Word, the one who had existed for all eternity, the one without whom nothing was made, became a human being and came to live with us. And although John doesn't mention it, he doesn't arrive fully formed, floating down from the sky. His mother Mary carries him in her womb, and Mary labours painfully, physically, messily, and the Word becomes flesh. The flesh of a vulnerable, helpless, crying, demanding baby. Hang on a minute though, I don't know about you, but I'd rather hoped for a nanny, not a baby. Babies don't bring order, they create chaos. Babies demand our care, our attention, in fact they die without it. But babies also call forth love. We sometimes think of the incarnation simply as a rescue plan, as God's way of sorting out our fallen world, our mess, our sin. But surely it's so much more. The reading we've just heard is complex, rich with theological concepts, cosmic in its scale, but ultimately it's very simple. It's a love story. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us because he loves us, and he longs for us to love him. He wants more than anything to be with us. He doesn't appear from the skies, sort out the mess we've made and disappear again. He comes as a baby, drawing out and magnifying our love. And of course, the love story goes on. The Word is still with us, still loving us, still magnifying and strengthening our ability to love in return. He's with us in the mess, with us in the muddle, and with us in the darkest of places, reminding us again and again that the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. I wish you all a blessed Christmas. Amen.